Cam time. Alright, so this one was the stock cam taken out of the Explorer. And this one is the Anderson N41 cam that's going to go in. So the biggest difference, the lift and duration, lobe separation is the biggest. So what I'm wondering about, push rod length, right? So these are this is stock push rod length. So it was used on this cam. Can I use it on this N41? I'm hoping yes, but I'm thinking no, and I'll show you why. The stock cam, you know, this is the very bottom of the lobe. Has a pretty good sized meat left there. Let's go over to the Anderson N41, and you could tell that it is definitely thinner. So that difference right there may require that I need a longer push rod to make up that play. There we go. That's pretty much right there. 144. And so yeah, so that's the difference. So I'll need to look in to see if I need longer push rods, and that'll have. And I'll measure that whenever I put the heads on. But I'm guessing I might have longer, and hopefully, if I do need longer, I'm able to find the next longer version up, and I don't have to shim and all that stuff. But we will see. We might have to shim. Okay, so I'm setting the preload and seeing if the stock push rods will work, and I've got a feeling they're not going to. So I'll kind of show you. I'm going to tighten this up to 0 lash and then put a preload on it, and it doesn't push down the plunger at all. And this is my intake cylinder 1. So let me take off the lash and show you. Lash, lash, lash. All right. So lash is out. And now I'll preload it, which doesn't even go to a half turn before it gets to the torque spec. I don't have a torque ratchet on here just because I know I've done this a few times. So here I go, and watch the plunger, see if it goes down. Let's see here. Hold on. So turning, quarter turn, right there. And now I'm hitting my preload. Yeah. I could still turn it a little bit. But there I'm hitting the preload, so it's too short, right? That's 6.250, I believe, is the stock. So I have a push rod checker. So that's at, I believe is at 6.3, so I'm going to try that. These are real hard to measure because the caliper won't measure, can't measure the whole way. So I measured between here, between the flat part of the end and the other flat part, and kind of went from there. So let's see how this does. All right, so I have the push rod length checker in here and have these nuts shown here. And so let me get to zero lash, and then I'll get the camera in a way where I can lash it and torque it, and you can see the plunger. Okay, let me lash it. Still, there we go. Back it off a little bit. There we go. No lash there. And now I'm going to try to do about a half turn. See if I can do a half turn on this. And see if the plunger goes down. Yeah, you can see right away. Half turn. 3/4. Yeah, so that's 3/4 of a turn, and now it's loading up. And this rod, I mean, it's not exact. I'm probably a little bit longer than 6.3, but I think the 6.3 rod, push rod, is going to work a little better. So let me try this again on the exhaust side. Okay, so now I'm on the exhaust side. Get the lash out. Okay. All right. Oh, you can see it already going down. There. All right. Let's do about a half turn, 3/4 of a turn. See if that is what's it's looking like. Quarter, half, 3/4. Almost closer to 1. Almost. There. Almost 3/4. Well, I would say 3/4 right there, actually, too. Maybe a little bit past 3/4, but not much. So, and that's what the cam card actually calls for. The Anderson N41 was a 3/4 turn after zero lash. So I'm gonna get some new push rods, which is I was really hoping to reuse these, but just because the new ones they're I think they're over $100, between 100 and 140, I think. But you got to do what you got to do, and I think engine will be a lot happier with that on there. So let me go get them wherever they are. I don't know where they are. Hopefully they have them.